Hey, Michael. Obviously a lot of gaudy numbers tonight, but are you messing with me or no? Damn, I knew it. A lot of gaudy numbers tonight, but was your favorite part of this game just kind of the approach overall, even when you guys got out big and kind of kept your foot on the pedal?
Yeah, I give our starting group a lot of credit. I felt tonight was like Denver Nugget basketball. You know, the ball was moving, bodies were moving. We played for each other, and I talked to our team about that this morning. We have to get back to being a team that is hard to guard, and obviously I have to continue to help our guys with that. But everybody in that starting group was phenomenal. I thought Will Barton early on, he gets 15, 5, and 6. Michael Porter had an unbelievable night with 20 and 10. Joker, another triple-double. Jamal scores 25. And I thought Monte's defense on Shea Gilgeous-Alexander was really exceptional. Shea is a tough cover. I thought Monte did a hell of a job of containing him. And on the bench, to your point, Mike, the approach of, all right, we've gotten big leads before. Let's not forget how we got this lead. We stayed with it. 30 assists is a great number. Plus 12 on the glass is a great number. Just an all-round solid team win, and everybody got a chance to play, which is always great as well.
Jacob Toby.
Yeah, Coach, maybe just speak a little bit more to Michael Porter's night. He shot it really well. Just what'd you see?
Yeah, I mean, he was shooting into a big basket, but what I love about Michael is that he's becoming a complete basketball player, a young man that can stretch the floor. It's great to see him make 5 threes. His teammates are finding him. But also, I think he's really grown in playing without the ball, cutting, moving, making himself available. And I thought the rebounding and the defense by Michael Porter was on point tonight as well. So really good game for Michael, really good game for our starting group. Did not have to play any of those guys crazy minutes. We know that we're going into a back-to-back, Chicago, Milwaukee, 3 games to go before the break. So hopefully we can keep playing like we did tonight.
Ryan Blackburn.
Coach, you've had a few games now of a sample size of Monte Morris in the starting lineup, Michael Porter at the 4. What have you liked about that group? What have you liked about what you've seen from how they move the ball and how they play together?
Yeah, you know, obviously Monte started for us in the playoffs some games. And I think it's great to have Monte and Jamal on the court at the same time. That gives you 2 ball handling, playmaking guards. It alleviates some of the pressure on Jamal to get us into offense. You know, he and Monte can share that load. The way the league is going, having a stretch 4 like Michael Porter, his ability to stretch the floor, knock down threes. And when you have that kind of space around Nikola Jokic, you know, he's either going to score, or if he gets double teamed like he did tonight, he'll be able to find the open man. So it was great. After a really tough loss against Washington the other night, you know, we watched film, talked about all the things that we could have and should have done better that we didn't. And for us to come out and get our 7th Division I, I believe we're 7-1 in our division now, was a really good way to start this road trip. But also say it's great to have PJ Dozier back. I thought PJ's minutes off the bench, just having that big guard who can play pick and roll, who can get to the cup, who can make plays for his teammates. It's great having a healthy PJ Dozier back in the lineup.
Ashley Neville.
Hey, Coach. So OKC tonight shot 42% from the field, 23% from three-point range. What was working so well on the defensive end for you guys tonight?
Well, I thought, you know, it always starts with effort, you know, and being locked into the game plan, as well as personnel discipline. So this is our 3rd time playing OKC. We have a pretty good feel for them, division opponent, obviously. But I always think, you know, your defense has to start with caring and wanting to. And I think our guys understand when we defend, we rebound, and we don't beat ourselves with turnovers, we win a lot of ball games. It's a very simple formula. And obviously we need to replicate it a lot more consistently. But, and I also, as I mentioned earlier, I think your defense also starts on the ball. And Monte Morris spearheaded that attack of guarding Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and kind of keeping him out of our paint. Shea's been playing at a very high level. Had 42 a couple of games ago against San Antonio. And I think Monte took took that challenge tonight, and it started with him.
Vinny Benedetto.
Hey, Michael, sticking with defense there for a bit. Feel like you've talked about kind of that game plan discipline in recent games, guarding three-point shooters. Tonight, did it almost work in the other way where you wanted guys to close out, but not close out so hard where you're then opening up driving lanes for those guys? And did you guys, do you feel like you guys did well in that regard?
Yeah, overall, yes. Going back to that last game against Washington, for example, I thought, Bradley Beal's a great player. Russell Westbrook's a great player. We lost that Washington game because Rui Hachimura scored 20 points and Raul Neto scored 15 points. And we allowed those guys to live in our paint, and there were no consequences. I was proud that at halftime, the Thunder had 30 paint points against us. Right? We addressed that at halftime. Second half, only 14. So, yes, you have to have discipline. Am I closing out to a great shooter? Well, then he's a runoff. We don't like Mike Muscala. We ran him off. If he hits a tough two, you live with it. But you don't want to get over aggressive and run guys off that are not shooters, because that creates a trickle down effect of offensive rebounds, other driving kicks, or layups at the rim. So I thought overall tonight, pretty good discipline in that regard, Vinny.
All right, we got time for one more. We're going to end with Esteban Abed.
Hi, Coach, from Córdoba, Argentina. About the last game, considering last game with Washington, how do you describe this big win for the team, for the moral? How important was this victory? And from Facu, how do you describe this game in particular from him?
Este partido es muy importante, amigo. ¿Entiendes?
Sí, perfecto.
No, this was a big win, Esteban, because first game of a 4-game road trip, and we know that we have the All-Star break looming right behind that. And this has been a very challenging season for everybody in the NBA, not just us. So I think trying to win as many games going into the break as you can is important. To respond to your point, a really tough loss against Washington, we could feel sorry for ourselves, or we could find a way to regroup and come out and get a win. I really like their energy to start the game, and that carried all the way throughout. As far as Facundo Campazzo, Cordoba's hero, he plays hard. He plays great defense. He was so down after that Washington game because he didn't shoot the ball well. He missed the last shot of the game, but he responded very well, and I love the kid. Guy plays hard every single minute he's on the floor, and he usually makes the right play every single time. So, Facundo, great game, 9 points, and he's a leader of that group off the bench.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Sir.